Hello guys and gals, and this is going to be a reading of Wings of Silver, and this is going to be part 9. Put that to the side now. We will be reading a selection of writings compiled by Joe Petty about faith. We will have 2 more chapters after that, meekness and temperance, but today we will be reading faith, about faith, compiled by Joe Petty. Now, as always, we read this copyright information here. The selections in the chapters that follow have been gathered over a long period of time, as in our everyday lives, the Bible is the source and basis of many of our thoughts. So also, in this collection, many of the words of wisdom are choice selections from this precious volume. In addition, there are many profound thoughts that have come from the pens of men and women over the years in different and widely separate parts of the world. While many of the original sources are unknown to the compiler, she nonetheless wishes to acknowledge the authors, whoever they may be. She has gathered a collection containing gems of wisdom, and although she has brought nothing of her own, she has supplied the thread that ties them all together. I always read that first. And we are ready to go to faith. Here we go. Yeah, there's still that page that's loose. But okay. Faith. We will focus on this side first. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and evidence of things not seen. That is Joshua. I believe that comes from the book of Joshua, actually, in the Old Testament. I know not what the future holds, but I know who holds the future. That's actually from a song, I believe. Also a biblical verse. Some men have many reasons why they cannot do what they want, when all they need is one reason why they can. The trial of your faith is more precious than gold. Earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered to the saints. The blind with their hand in God's can see more clearly than those who can see who have no faith. Never put a question mark where God put a period. Faith is the awareness of utter helplessness without God. Know this, that the trying of your faith works patience. Let patience have her perfect work, that you may be perfect and entirely wanting nothing. Use your gifts faithfully, and they shall be enlarged. Practice what you know, and you shall attain to higher knowledge. Have faith in the force of right, and not in the right of force. Only you can do it, but you can't do it alone. The word disappointment is not in the dictionary of faith. All unbelief is the belief of a lie. Sometimes faith must learn a deeper rest and trust God's silence when He does not speak. Faith grows in the valley. Faith and works are twins, because they say that faith without works is dead. Just elaborating on that one. Faith is the victory that overcomes the world. The well of providence is deep. It's the buckets we bring to it that are small. And there's frogs singing in the background. That's really cool. Any trouble that is too small to take to God in prayer is too small to worry about. Take 1 step towards God, and He will take 2 steps towards you. We are to page 66 now. Faith does not exclude work, but only the merit of work. The end of our faith is the salvation of our souls. Christianity regulates the whole man in all departments of his existence. God is only a prayer away. Our grand business in life is not to see what lies dimly at a distance, but to do what lies clearly at hand. The horizon is not the boundary of the world. The things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. He that believes on the Son has everlasting life. Be persuaded that what he has promised he is able to perform. All efforts to destroy are vain. God's holy word will still remain. So hammer on, ye hostile hands. Your hammers break, God's anvil stands. Prayer is the key in the hand of faith, which unlocks heaven's storehouse. Men do not need to be instructed how to pray in the midst of battle. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except that the Lord keep the city, the watchman wakes, but in vain. A man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of Jesus Christ. Even if you knew how much time I spend on my knees, you do not know how much I pray. God cares not for much prayers, but good prayers. Oh wait, yeah. In other words, it's quality over quantity. I get it. Reach out the hand of faith and touch the throttle of prayer. The prayer of faith shall save the sick, and the Lord shall raise him up. Should thy mercy send me sorrow, toil, and woe, or should pain attend me on my path below, grant that I may never fail thy hand to see, grant that I may ever cast my care on thee. By grace you are saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is a gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. The Bible is a surer and safer guide through life than human reason. Faith does not spring out of feeling, but feeling out of faith. The less we feel, the more we should trust. Okay, we're to page 68 now. No cloud can overshadow a true Christian, but his faith will discern a rainbow on it. The real victory of faith is to trust God in the dark. If a man could have his wishes, he would double his troubles. If you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, nothing shall be impossible unto you. Ask in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavers is like a wave of the sea, driven by the wind and tossed. Trust in the Lord and do good, so shall you dwell in the land, and verily you shall be fed. Youth and age look upon life from the opposite ends of the telescope. To one it is exceedingly long, to the other exceedingly short. It is impossible that anything so natural, so necessary, and so universal as death should ever have been designed as an evil to mankind. Teach me to live that I may dread the grave as little as my bed. Draw near to God, and he will draw near to you. Excuse me. God did not remove the Red Sea, and he will lead us through our difficulties if they cannot be removed. We walk by faith, not by sight. Whatever he sends, whether sunshine or dew, is needed for your soul's health. Take no thought for your life, what you shall eat, neither for your body, what you shall put on. The life is more than meat, and the body is more than raiment. The Bible is a mirror in which man sees himself as he is. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. Faith takes God at his word, whatever he says. Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. Yet I say unto you that Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. All else fail, thou dost not fail. I rest upon thy word alone. I am the bread of life. He that comes to me shall never hunger, and he that believes on me shall never thirst. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Our strength lies in our dependence upon God. We are to page 70 now. Yep. Works is faith made perfect. He gives the very best to those who leave the choice with him. The test of our faith is our eagerness to proclaim the good news. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father but by me. You are coming to the King. Large petitions with you bring, for his grace and power are such none can ever ask too much. The sheep in the shepherd's arms looks only into the face of the shepherd and not to the wolves nearby seeking to harm him. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. Examine yourselves whether you be in the faith. Prove your own selves. No one is safe who does not learn to trust God for everything. You have not because you ask not. Stagger not at the promises of God through unbelief, but be strong in faith, giving glory to God. A ship is safest in deep water. Fear God, and we shall have no need to fear Adam or atom. You turn to God when storm clouds brew, and pray to him for light. Would you know all God's good for you? Try praying when the skies are bright. Never think that God's delays are God's denials. True prayer always receives what is asked, or something better. Faith is the eyesight of the soul. Hear, believe, there, understand. Nothing is or can be accidental with God. God will supply, but we must apply. With God, all things are possible. The effectual, fervent prayers of a righteous man avails much. There are moments when, whatever be the attitude of the body, the soul is on its knees. God is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that works in us. Okay, we're to page 72. I think we're getting near to the end here. Yeah. Page 72. The law of prayer is more powerful and just as universal as the law of gravity. Our prayer is the sum of our duty. Ask God for what we need, and watch and labor for all that we ask. Whatever we beg of God, let us also work for it. Pray our work and work our prayers. By trials, God is shaping us for higher things. We are always in the forge or on the anvil. If God be for us, who can be against us? How calmly may we command ourselves to the hands of him who bears up the world. Continue in prayer and watch in the same with thanksgiving. O Lord, open thou my lips, and my mouth shall show forth thy praise. Are we loaded down with an inadequate religion rather than being lifted up with a faith which really sustains. A weak man becomes powerful when he is in contact with the mighty force of God. The gospel of Christ is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believes. Believe in God and he will help you. Order your way aright and trust in him. The things which are impossible with man are possible with God. The just shall live by faith. Launch out into the deep. Let the shoreline go. The outline may be dark, but the uplook is glorious. And that concludes our reading of faith. In the next video, we will be reading about meekness. And I don't believe there's very many pages left in this book, to be honest. Yep, in fact, temperance is only a couple pages. So, yeah. And that was readings in the book Wings of Silver. And we are almost done with this series. It's been a pleasure to read this book. I really do enjoy it. It's got lots of really good writings and information in it. And I hope that you enjoy it as well. Thank you everyone for at least getting to this point in the video. And if you like this video, then make sure that you hit like and that you subscribe and that you ring the bell so you know when I upload. Also, I appreciate all the support. If you do want to support me, all the information will be in the description below. And that's not going to stay up there anyways. And with that being said, this will end the video. Thank you for watching, everyone, and have a great day.